From the Athens Tech Studios, this is the Athens News Podcast. Local news you can use about Athens and Clark County, all in 7 minutes. And now, here are your top stories.
Hello and welcome to the Athens News Podcast. I'm Melissa Carter. The running community reacts to the murder of an Athens nursing student. Plus, new safety measures are approved for UGA's campus. But first, here are your top stories brought to you by Drake Realty. Tensions boiled over at a news conference in Athens last week. Protesters disrupted the event as Mayor Kelly Girtz addressed the city's policies on immigration enforcement. The controversy stems from the recent revelation that the suspect in the tragic killing of nursing student Laken Riley was an undocumented immigrant from Venezuela. Some demonstrators accused the mayor of having blood on your hands and called for his resignation. Mayor Girtz defended the city's stance, urging against conflating immigration with crime. This incident reignites the debate over immigration policies as Georgia law requires cooperation with federal authorities for state funding. This from NBC News. Details are emerging in the death of Laken Riley, killed on UGA's campus. Antonio Ibarra detained the 22-year-old nursing student on the intramural fields, stopped her from making or completing a 911 call, and then killed her by striking her head with an object. He then dragged her body to a secluded area. 26-year-old Ibarra lived in an apartment complex nearby with his brother Diego, who had worked at a UGA dining hall. Both were in the country illegally. The incident happened when Riley, an avid runner, was using the UGA trails as she reportedly did on many occasions. This from Classic City News. A new therapeutic for stroke developed from University of Georgia research is set to enter clinical trials. Named AB-126, this drug has received clearance from the U.S. Food and Drug Administration for Phase 1b/2a clinical trial, slated to commence in the first half of 2024. The trial aims to evaluate the safety and efficacy of AB-126 in stroke patients, offering hope for improved treatment outcomes in a condition that causes long-term disability and mortality globally. Unlike current treatments, AB-126 targets inflammation in the brain post-stroke, potentially preventing further damage and enhancing recovery. With promising applications beyond stroke treatment, including ALS and neurodegenerative diseases, this innovative therapy holds immense potential for transforming patient care. This from the Athens Banner-Herald.
It pays to know your doctor. It pays to know your lawyer. And now more than ever, it pays to know your local real estate professional. Hi, I'm Jeffrey Drake with Drake Realty, and we have 7 offices in the metro Atlanta area, including 2 right here in Cobb County and 1 at Lake Oconee. I'm the proud leader of over 700 agents here in Georgia, and we pride ourselves in professional service, whether you are the buyer or the seller. Drake Realty makes the home buying process seamless from contract to close. Our agents are a little different. They're not pushing for the quick sale and close. They are pushing for the best price and terms for their client. In other words, Drake Realty fights for you. Now's the time to buy that dream home, vacation home, or new home your family deserves. A lot of real estate agents talk big. Let my team at Drake Realty prove they will fight for you. I'm Jeffrey Drake, and I'd be honored to have my team serve you. Visit us online at drakerealty.com. And remember, it's not how quick you sell or buy, it's what the deal provides for your future.
Achieve more with Athens Tech. At Athens Technical College, their programs can connect you with in-demand and high-paying careers.
I graduated from Athens Tech in May and started my job 2 weeks later. I had the job before I left, thanks to my professor, and just focusing on growing my career.
As far as Athens Tech, I think I've been a member of the advisory panel for 10 years now, and it's been an awesome experience.
I'm currently going to Athens Tech. I started out as an accounting major. I've finished all my accounting classes and then switched over to the culinary and baking program.
My name is Alex Lang. I'm an electromechanical engineering student. This is my second year at Athens Tech, and I graduate in December. The long-term goal is to work for the railroad, whether that be Norfolk Southern or CSX.
Achieve more with Athens Tech. Find out more at athenstech.edu.
Also from the Athens Banner-Herald Facebook page, we've told you Laken Riley was reportedly an avid runner, but in the wake of her death, while on a jog, the Athens running community is wondering what can be done. Sky Taylor says, want to do something about it? Recall Girtz. Close the border, deport the invaders. Debbie Waters says, arrest and deport every illegal person and exercise your Second Amendment rights. John D. Pyle says, I mourn with the students in town of Athens, but if you want to move forward, you vote logically. Michael Buchholz said, "I applaud any effort to reduce crime, especially particular this murder. But community safety has to be kept in perspective. We've had double-digit traffic deaths, but the best I can tell you, we don't have a reduction in vehicles on the road in Athens, and I have not seen long lines at bus stops. We have to understand we will never be crime-free, and we need to use our resources for the best possible outcome for all." The University of Georgia has announced comprehensive safety measures totaling over $7.3 million in response to the recent murders of Laken Riley and Wyatt Banks on UGA's campus. These initiatives, approved by UGA President Jerry Moorhead, include enhanced lighting, additional crosswalks, and the installation of combined security camera blue light box systems across campus. The university aims to bolster security presence at key locations and extend the operation of the Ride Smart program for student safety during nighttime hours. President Moorhead emphasized the university's commitment to student, faculty, and staff safety, with investments totaling over $23 million in the past 8 years. These enhancements, funded by state resources and private contributions, underscore UGA's dedication to providing a secure environment for its community. As part of ongoing efforts, UGA encourages the use of the UGA Safe app, offering features like mobile blue light and chat with police for added peace of mind. This from the Red and Black. From the Red and Black and ESPN, Georgia Athletics announced that the team's annual G-Day spring game will be played on Saturday, April 13th. In basketball, the Lady Bulldogs lost to LSU 80-54. The Georgia men play Texas A&M tonight at 6 o'clock. And in men's tennis, Jamie Hunt, a former Bulldog All-American in his 7th season as associate head coach, will succeed Manuel Diaz after this season when the longtime coach retires. And finally, Nushi Space on Oconee Street in Athens recently conducted a QPR Institute suicide prevention training, equipping participants with vital skills to recognize and respond to suicide crisis. Led by Corey Jones, the workshop focuses on the QPR approach, which is question, persuade, refer, empowering attendees to identify warning signs and intervene effectively. With suicide ranking as the third leading cause of death among young adults, the urgency of such training cannot be overstated. Nushi Space, founded in memory of Nushi Phillips, provides invaluable support to the community, offering resources like counseling services and support groups. As the organization continues its mission, it aims to certify 500 individuals by year's end. This from the Red and Black.
Thanks for listening to the Athens News Podcast. Make sure you subscribe wherever you get your podcasts.
This podcast is a production of BG Ad Group. All rights reserved.
This podcast aggregate content from other sources for informational purposes and is in no way trying to infringe on the copyrights or businesses of any other entities. All content posted up on the site is used under the Fair Use Copyright Law 107. All audio, media, and articles are copyrighted to the original owners. All audio on this podcast are embedded from YouTube.com and are owned by the respective copyright owners. No audio information are copyrighted or stored on our servers. The court ruled that linking or embedding copyrighted videos is not copyright infringement, even if the source video was uploaded without permission. However, we will gladly remove any audio clip upon valid request from respective copyright owners. Any owners also have the option to disable embedding his YouTube videos on other websites. News and press articles are owned by the respective copyright owners. Where possible, the appropriate accreditation or source of the article is given on the same page. The audio-video files on the site are for listening purposes only. Downloading of these files to one's computer is strictly prohibited. They are owned by the respective copyright owners. If it is in the organization's belief that the usage or specific content used on our site containing copyrighted knowledge conflicts with authorized use and or does not comply with fair use as described in the context, contact us through our contact page and we will remove the offending content immediately. Thanks for listening to the Athens News Podcast.